Hey, this is your buddy the Rhino for Survival Skills 101, and I want to introduce to you Cowboy. You know, they say the best way to get attention in a video is to have a kid, a really hot girl, or an animal. And since I don't have any hot girls around and I hate kids, I'm sticking with the animal. Anyway, my friend JJ from Reality Survival, he's here showing a very special video on how to light a road flare and put it out so you can relight it again. Man, it is an awesome topic. You need to check this out. Thank you, JJ.
Hey Rhino, thanks for the great introduction. I really appreciate you letting me be over here on your channel today. And so what I have for you guys today is I'm going to show you a pretty cool way to be able to use a standard road flare multiple times. A lot of people think once you get a road flare going that that's it. It's going to burn out and it's done with and you're over. And so because of that, a lot of people are kind of hesitant to, you know, want to use them in different ways and stuff like that. And I think that these are a fairly useful item to keep in your vehicle or to put in a bug out bag or anything like that. Not only could they be used to start fire, they can also be used for signaling and, you know, those types of things as well. So pretty cool little piece of equipment, and it can be used more than once. So with that, let's go ahead and get into how to use this thing. Okay, as you can see, this is just your standard basic road flare by Orion. Burns for about 15 minutes. You can generally get a pack of 3 of them for I think $10 or $12 at, you know, pretty much any local Walmart or any auto parts store or anything like that. And obviously they're good in case you get an accident in a traffic or something along those lines. So, you know, I always keep a couple packs of them in my truck, but they could also be used in a survival situation for starting fire or for rescuing for help. So, to light one of these up, basically, you take the top off and it has a piece of sandpaper, essentially right here on the top. And then underneath that, you've got pretty much what amounts to a match head. And if you strike that, it'll light it up. Okay, so we've got that lit. Now, once that's lit, if you're in a survival situation, you went down, you lit your tinder, you got your fire going, you don't have to let this go to waste. What you do is you basically just take it, you hold it down. The beginning part of it is the hardest. Hold that down there. Smother it with oxygen. Take just a second. There we go. Now that's burnt out, we can just stamp it right there. Should be done. So the first inch or so of the flare has some additional magnesium and phosphorus in there that burns a little hotter and harder. And it's a little bit harder to put out. You'll see here in a second that when you do this a second and third time, it actually isn't that difficult to put out. So kind of expect that on the first time when you put it out. Okay, so we've got that all out. Now what we're going to do is just kind of knock all the stuff away there. Be careful because again these get really, really hot. Now to get it ready for reignition, what you want to do is you kind of want to take and dump out a little bit of this interior stuff, only about maybe a half an inch or so. And what you're doing is you're just exposing enough paper, that you'll be able to relight this paper, and then the paper will burn a little bit up in here, and then it'll reignite the flare. So let me grab my trusty EDC Bic lighter here. We'll relight this, and what you want to do when you relight it is kind of hold it, just light the paper. You don't have to worry about anything on the inside. It's actually pretty difficult to relight the interior portions. So kind of just hold it to where the flame kind of goes back up into the flare. Make sure you're pointing it away from yourself. Obviously make sure you have gloves on. And then here in a second, it'll get hot enough and it'll start back up. It takes a little bit. Again, they are safety flares. and you can start and extinguish these multiple times and reuse them multiple times like this. Here, as soon as it builds up enough heat, it'll start back up. There we go. So, now it's going again. If you had moved, you'd start another fire, you could use it to restart that fire, rescue, signal for rescue, whatever you needed to do. And now when you extinguish it this time, it'll be a little easier. Just push it down and hold it down, and it'll go out. Now one thing to note is once these things start up, if you are going to use it for rescue, you really need to make sure that you're holding it out and away from your body, because as you see, when it burns, it spits out, little burning shards of metal and phosphorus and whatever it is inside there. And if that gets down on you and burns your arm or anything like that, you are going to be in a hurting situation. So definitely make sure that you hold them away from your body and fully extended when you're trying to use them for rescue. Anyway, it started back up. So like I said, as you can see, you can use it multiple times. It doesn't have to be just a one-time use thing. When you're in a survival situation, you want to make sure that you utilize your resources the best that you can, and you save critical fire starting materials like this if possible. And then once you're done, kind of clean that edge up a little bit, and you can just stick your plastic cap back on there to keep the internal parts from coming back out, and you can reuse it. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick survival tip on how to ignite and reignite a road flare. They are a pretty useful item to keep in your pack, so consider that next time you're going out. If you guys want to come over and check out my channel, I would really appreciate it. My channel is Reality Survival. You can probably get to it by clicking the annotation up here, or there'll be a link in the description below as well. What you can expect to find on my channel is going to be a lot of wilderness survival, a lot of outdoor stuff, as well as disaster preparedness, DIY projects, and stuff along those lines. So my channel is pretty similar to Rhino's channel as well, and that's kind of why we're working together on this, to help each other out. So Rhino, thanks again for letting me come over. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you over on my channel as well. Talk to you later, guys.
Hey, there you go. Thanks, JJ. We really appreciate you doing that video. For Survival Skills 101, I'm the Rhino. Are you prepared to look forward? Woohoo!